To be a great speaker, you must rule the stage. Hi there, my name is Laven Lokesh and welcome to my public speaking course. This is an 8 video long course where you shall be learning public speaking in a simplified form. So this video is going to be about stage and this is the part 2 video. So already there is this part 1 video about scripting. I wish you can watch that after viewing this video, and let's go to this video without any further delay because we don't have much time. First thing is which I want to ask you before starting this video is make sure that you have your notepad with you handy and watch this video twice, because the first time you watch you may miss some points, or when you're taking a notes you would have missed some point for sure. So watch it twice so that you don't miss any points and you get the full essence of this course. Now starting with the topic stage. Why should a public speaker be aware about the stage? There are three main things which I personally feel and I've researched upon. The first thing is types of speech and audience clubbed together. That's the first point. Second thing is about stage fear, because stage fear is inevitable and there are a lot of reasons for that and there's a solution that we'll be seeing. And the last thing is, last but not the least, stage usage, because you have to use the stage wisely. I'm not just telling about a stage or a podium. It's it can be any stage. Stage is something where you go and speak, that's it. So how do you classify your audience? How do you classify your speech? How do you understand public stage fear, and how do you overcome it? And finally, how do you use the stage? So these are the three main areas which we'll be covering in this video. So let's start with the types of speeches. There are four main types of speeches basically. The first thing is a prepared speech. Second thing is extempore. Third thing is a script reading. And the final thing is a narration. So when it comes to a prepared speech, it generally means we prepare a speech, we have it by heart without having any prompts or notes. We just give the speech. That's called a prepared speech. The second part of speech is called as an extempore, where you don't prepare anything. You just go there, you are given the topic and you speak. The third part of speech is called as script reading. There is a script in front of you and you read the script. Simple as that. And the final part is a narration, where you're given a full manuscript and you narrate the whole thing. So these are four types of speech. The last two types of speech are not of much importance for us, because we're gonna be great speakers, right? So let's focus on the first two. If you wanna focus on the first two, we can be best in the last two also. So this is about the types of speeches. Next comes the audience. Audience can be classified upon age and sex, upon culture, upon language, and upon social status. So different age groups can come, different people from different culture, from different language, and different social status may come. So according to this, you have to sculpt your speech. You can add jokes, you can remove certain points, or you can make sure it's more delivered in a humorous way, or according to your audience, you can change your speech anytime. But make sure that you keep your ideas and content always same, but the delivery can be changed according to the audience. Okay. So this is about the types of speech and audience. This is the first part. Now let's go to the second part. It's about stage fear. Stage fear is nothing but is the most feared thing in the world. Even fear of death is second, but the first fear is stage fear. People have the stage fear all the time because there's a group of audience in front of them. They don't have the content, or they don't have the confidence, or they fear of criticism. They fear criticism and they don't even talk. They don't even have the guts to deliver what's in their mind. So these are the main reasons why stage fear occurs in a person. The first thing is content, lack of preparation. They don't have a piece of material to speak on, or they fear criticism. What if someone tells about me something like that? What if someone mocks at me? We have this fear, right, of people criticizing us, or people talking behind our back. That is the greatest fear, which also leads to stage fear. And the last but not the least, confidence. You don't have the confidence, or you don't have the motivation from you inside you to go and deliver a speech. So these are the causes of stage fear. If there is a cause, there must be an effect, right? The effect is stage fear. But this effect can be rectified by changing the cause. So the cause can be changed by giving an adequate solution. So according to me, and what I've done in my personal experience is this. You have to prepare script. That's why the first video itself is about scripting. So when you have a proper script, when you prepare it wisely, what happens is that you have the content. And when you prepare it, when you rehearse it, when you do the preparation, when you get ready for it, that's the third part of the course, preparing for a speech. So there you get the confidence and motivation, because you have content and you're prepared, so you're very much geared up. Okay, but there's going to be this last fear, which is about the criticism, what people are going to say. So simple solution, very simple. It's just one word: ignore them. Just ignore them. They don't have any other work than criticizing you. If they had been better than you, they would be giving the speech. No, they don't give the speech. So which means you're already better than them. So don't hear from them. Don't listen to them. Just go away. Just ignore them and go. So these are three things. These are three main reasons for stage fear, and these are solution script. Ignore them and prepare. So preparation is, and next video which is going to be about get ready. So in that we'll be seeing how to prepare and how to rehearse all the stuff. And coming to the last but not the least point, stage usage. How to use the stage wisely. For example, let's consider this as a public speech and this is my stage. Okay, this is my stage. Okay. Now, how do you speak? I stand in this center because I want to focus on the camera, and this camera can be, taken as my audience, like a group of 100 people sitting in front of me. Now, I want to focus on them, so I have this eye contact. In case it's going to be widespread, I'm going to move my eyes and see all these things. That's all in body language. But what is going to happen on the stage? That's the point here. So, like, I move here and there because I want to show you the props. So that's here, props. The first thing is the podium. The podium is the raised platform where you stand or the space where you stand, okay? You have to make sure that is it adequate? Is it like, are you able to see the last person standing and the first person standing? So make sure that the podium is all set. In case it's not set, make sure that you can make it set, because like you can ask the person to have changes, right? So make sure the first thing, podium is ready and it's perfectly alright so that you can address the audience in a perfect way. Second thing is open stage. Open stage is where like there is no podium, it's just open space, like you have to go and stand. Make sure that you have a mic there, or at least like you make sure that you are able to speak loudly. So all these things like speaking loudly and body language will be covered in the upcoming videos. But still, when it comes to stage usage, first thing is that the podium. So make sure your podium is fine. If there's no podium, it's an open stage. Make sure that you are able to deliver the speech in a proper way. The next thing is props. Like for example, this video itself is a speech, so the props which I'm using here is this whiteboard, that's it. So I have my props ready. In case you're going to use a whiteboard or a projector, make sure your props are ready. Props is nothing but a material which you're using to make sure that your content is delivered in the proper way. That's a prop. Okay, props, make sure you have the props right. And last, like the fourth thing is a timer, because time is really important for a speech. Like I can speak whole day about these things, but you don't have the whole day to listen to it, right? Because you have different works. But still, we have to make this short and sweet. So I have a timer of like not more than 12 minutes. If it's going to be 12 minutes, I have the sand clock over there, and the sand clock would be done by the 12th minute. So I just have a look at it. So that's one part of me doing in this video. If it's going to be a bigger speech, you can have someone as a timer. They can like notify you. That can be something done, or you can have your watch there, you can have a timer, but that's more annoying. You can get a person in front of you, that's more obvious. For example, if the speech is for 10 minutes, make sure that the timer shows you on signal by 6th or 7th minute, so that you can wrap up the speech and conclude properly. And last but not the least, this is called as the lectern. Lectern is simply that you have this slanting desk-like thing in front of you where you have to stand and speak. So you don't move here and there, you just have to stand and speak. The mic is here, like not just the mic at the place there, right? So that lectern must be, you're going to give that lectern. Make sure that if you have stage fear, that lectern is going to be really helpful, because you can hold the lectern so that your fear is going to be dissipated. That's like, yeah, it's a funny way of telling it, but still it works. So lectern, if it's given, like you can have your script, you can have some cue cards, you can like hold on to the lectern. But if the lectern is there, make sure that you use the lectern. And you have to make sure that you're raised in the lectern. Make sure the mic is set properly. So all these things must be checked when you're on the stage, if you have all these things. In case there's no lectern, it's an open stage, yeah, you can have a mic or cordless mic, and you can rock the stage, move here and there. But if the lectern is there, make sure you use the lectern. But still, if you want to use the space, if there's a lectern but still the podium is freely available, get a cordless mic and speak. It's your wish, because you're the speaker and you're the king for the day. And make sure that you rock and roll the stage. So that's it for the topic for the stage. Let me conclude it by quickly summarizing. The first thing is the types of speech. The types of speech are prepared speech, extempore, script reading, and narrative. The types of audience are classified depending upon the age, sex, culture, language, and social status. Stage fear can be due to three main things. The first thing is content. You don't have the proper content. You're afraid of criticism of people. You're not confident enough to do. The solution for this is like have a script, prepare for the script, ignore people. Simple. And last but not the least, the stage usage. If you are given a podium, make sure the podium is properly set. And if there is an open stage, make sure that you're able to address everybody. So you have the props necessary for that, like mics and other stuff. And when it comes to the real props, you should make sure that you have a whiteboard or your PPT or whatever props you want to deliver your content in a very effective way. And timing, like have a timer, that's very important. The most important thing is timer, because you should not run beyond your given time. The last thing is, if you're given a lectern, so make sure that you stand there, or even you can use a cordless mic, but still this is more professional than that if you're given it. Okay, so this is about this video. In next video, let's see how to get ready, how to prepare, how to like rehearse for a speech, and like I'm gonna share my personal opinion, personal views and my experience of how did I go and got stuck on a stage. Like all these things we'll be discussing in upcoming videos. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and comment below what do you think about this video, so that it's going to be some feedback for us to work on the upcoming videos. So until next time, this is Laven, Lokesh signing off.